State Representative John Lujan. So we are at a fabulous venue tonight, Pika Pika. Why did we choose Pika Pika? It's because it's located in John Lujan's district. And also we have here tonight some of my relatives. I think you know that my wife is from San Antonio. She's the first Hispanic First Lady in the history of the great state of Texas. Her father, Bill, is here. Her sister-in-law, Rosie, is here. We have Olivia and Sammy here with us also. Thank y'all for being out here with us tonight. Thank you for your prayers and what you do every single day. So John told you the main purpose for us gathering tonight, and that is we want to talk about education. But let me just mention a couple of other things before I get into talking about some new big announcements tonight about what we are proposing for education. Let me say first, to be clear, we are going to beat Beto in this election. And we are going to win Bexar County in this election. And let me tell you why. It's really easy to explain why we're going to win. I'm going to tell you what the top 3 issues are in the state of Texas, and by mere contrast, you will understand. By far, the #1 issue for Texans is the border and immigration. As your governor, I can tell you that I, as governor, and the state of Texas have done more than any state has ever done to secure our border and to fight back against the Biden administration. Beto campaigned as president that he wanted the same open border policies that Biden has imposed on Texas, and Texans will not let that happen. The #2 issue is safe communities. We fought for and we delivered safe communities by passing a law that would prevent any city from defunding our law enforcement officers. In Texas, we support our law enforcement officers, period. But Beto, he said this whole idea about defunding law enforcement officers was something he was interested in. Beto is dangerous for our communities. And then the third issue is jobs and the economy. So as jobs and the economy, candidly, there is not a better governor in the United States of America for jobs and the economy. Every year that I have been governor, Texas has been ranked the #1 state for doing business. Texas has the fastest growing economy of all the states in the United States of America. And more Texans have jobs today than ever before in the history of our great state. And for anybody who thinks abortion is going to be an issue that tilts the outcome of the campaign first, we are all pro-life right here tonight. But actually what I have to tell you will disgust you, because you need to know where Beto stands on abortion. He believes that a fully developed baby, just seconds away from delivery, can still be aborted and killed. But it gets worse. It gets worse. Because he was asked if he would support legislation that if a baby survived an abortion, a doctor could be required to provide care to that baby, and he was against that legislation. That is wrong, it is dangerous, and Texans will not tolerate killing our babies, period. But we got to understand that after our babies are born, we need to provide them a better future. Part of that better future is a pathway to a better education. Now, there's different levels of education. One is higher education. And I want you to know that when I became governor, I said I wanted to double the number of Tier 1 research universities in the state of Texas. And we have more than done that. Since I've been governor, Texas is now #1 in the United States of America for more Tier 1 research universities than any other state, with one of them being located right here in San Antonio, Texas, with UTSA being a Tier 1 research university. Nothing is more important to the future of Texas than ensuring that our children are well educated. And we must recognize that no one is more critical to the development and to the success of our children than their parents.
Amen. Amen.
Right there. Parents matter. That sign is right. Parents matter. So I fought to defend the rights of parents in their child's education. That's why we decided that parents get to decide when to return their children for in-person learning in schools. It's why we banned mask mandates in schools, leaving the decision with parents where it belongs. And it is why I signed not one, but 2 laws in the state of Texas banning the teaching or use of critical race theory in every subject, in every grade, in every public school across the entire state. But listen, more must be done to preserve the rights of parents and give our children the future they deserve. That is why I have already announced a parental bill of rights. Through this bill of rights, we will enshrine in the Texas Constitution that parents are the primary decision makers in all matters involving their children. We will expand parents' access to course curriculum and ensure that if a parent has a concern about school curriculum, those concerns will be addressed quickly and respectfully. We will also ensure that parents decide if the child should repeat a course or repeat a grade. We will prohibit the selling or sharing of students' personal data. And we will also protect our students from obscene content.
I like her. She's standing.
Educators who provide pornographic material will lose their educational credentials, forfeit their retirement benefits, and be placed on the do not hire list. Now, don't misunderstand from what I have said or will say. Know this: no governor in Texas history has devoted more resources to public education than I have. In 2019, we increased public education funding by $5 billion per biennium, and then in 2021, we added even more. That said, let me emphasize, it is imperative that we continue to fully fund public schools in Texas. Equally important is this fact: we can fully fund schools while also giving parents a choice about which school is right for their child. The way the system works in Texas already is that the money follows the student. Empowering parents means giving them the choice to send their children to any public school, charter school, or private school with state funding following the student. To be clear, that does not mean that public schools will not be fully funded. They will, whether they are urban, suburban, or rural. If you like the public school that your child is attending, it will still be fully funded. Let's just think about what happened this past weekend. Don't know what you saw here in Bexar County. I know what I saw across the entire state of Texas. Parents and all voters, they sent a message this past weekend in school board elections that parents want a greater say in the education of their children. Giving parents a true choice about where their child is educated gives parents the power they need to provide the education that is best for their child, and it reduces the reality that the education that some children receive is dictated by the zip code they live in. Simply put, this is going to give all Texas children a better chance to succeed in the great state of Texas. Now, I made a promise to you right now. I told you what we were going to do. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to sign a pledge committing myself to fulfill the commitment I just made to you. Now, to confirm this actually happened, I need a witness. It looks like I got hundreds of witnesses. However, I have one standing right next to me. How about we have Representative Lujan sign as witness of this document? So I want to thank Representative John Lujan. I want you to work to send him back to Austin, Texas. Working together, we will empower parents to make the best decisions for their children in schools. We will secure the border, we will keep our community safe, and we will keep our economy strong and jobs flush. We're going to keep Texas the best state and the greatest nation in the history of the world.
Amen.
Thank you all.
Through technology that can eliminate ED. I'm joined now by Andrew to tell us all about it.
Nisha, we use the most advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, which is shown to